You're very kind. I've just been informed that I'm doing the intro. So, hello everybody. It's the Wendy. The Wendy.
Right,
the Windy.
You're sacked.
You can't sack me yet.
Out of here.
Take two. It's the Windy Wendy.
It's windy.
It's the Wednesday Interconnect show. I always have difficulty with this.
Just say Interconnect. How's about that?
The Interconnect.
Yeah.
That's too easy.
Yeah.
It's the Windy Wednesday Interconnect.
Well, it might be a bit
right?
windy in here.
Yeah, it might be a bit. It hasn't been windy today, has it?
Was a little breezy.
bit breezy. It's always a bit breezy here, but windy. Yeah, sometimes in the winter. Right. So what's up today?
Well, we're taking a big gamble tonight.
Really?
Yes, we are.
We're rolling the dice.
We are really rolling the dice on this one. But
right.
It's something that I think we should have talked about a long time ago.
It's not emotional, is it?
No, it's not emotional in any way whatsoever. It's motorbiking. You know,
well, it can get emotional then.
Possibly.
Are we talking Barry Sheen?
He's dead, isn't he?
Well, we could bring him back. We've got him in a box.
We need to be talking about motorbiking in Portugal. I think because it's one of the best kept secrets. So who better to do that than one of our friends who does actually own several motorbikes?
Natty.
Not one, not two, but I think possibly three.
Really?
Yes, the man himself. Four motorbikes.
God, 4 motorbikes.
So Matty, tell it. Good to start off. What have you got? Show us your goods.
Yeah, show us your wares.
I can't show you because I'm here with a car actually today.
Oh, disgrace.
Yeah, I have 4 bikes. The oldest one being a ZX10 Kawasaki. It has a nickname in the US. I just lost it. Thunderbike, or I don't know.
Yeah, that is quite a strange. I've just lost it.
Yeah, that's a strange.
I can imagine going down the shop and sort of going. I'm looking for a. I've just got lost it.
I'm looking for some pannier bags. I've just lost it.
I've just lost it.
No.
I've just found it.
Shut up. Let me speak.
Sorry.
Go on.
Anyway, so it's a ZX10 from '88. It has black number plates, even in Portugal, and it's currently in the workshop for maintenance. Then I have a American bike, which is a Buell X1 Lightning Limited Edition.
Sounds nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a red one. It's nice.
It's a red one.
Then I have a Husqvarna TE 610, which is an off-road enduro bike, which is also in the shop, unfortunately, because importing was quite difficult. So it gets a new frame, or in other words, everything of the bike gets transferred to a Portuguese frame with a Portuguese license plate. And the fourth, but
why is that? What's behind that story there? You know, the transferring to a different frame.
Well, I owned the bike in the Netherlands, and I had the European Dutch license plate. And in my young naivety, I thought, well, it has European plates, so it must be possible to to change it for a Portuguese one. And yeah, it wasn't possible. There is no COC for the bike because it's from '98. So I had to go for a noise test. And although I have the original exhaust system on the bike, it failed that test by 10 decibel. So it was 10 decibel too loud. So the only choice was then to either not import it and hang it on a wall or something, or buy a frame, the same bike, only the frame, which already has a Portuguese registration, and transfer everything from my bike over to the Portuguese frame.
Wow.
And that's the process the bike is in.
Yeah. So this test with the decibels, etc., how much did it surprise you that it failed?
A lot, because I mean, I knew it was loud, but it's a loud bike anyway. And like I said, it has the original factory config exhaust, and it was still 10 decibels too loud. So
this is permissible in Germany. This is permissible in Holland. Am I correct?
I had a Dutch license plate, and it was legal and everything, and move it to Portugal, and it's illegal, and you can't import it.
So what do you think is behind that story?
I don't know. I don't care. It's being transplanted, and I will have my bike sooner or later.
Do you think the Portuguese regulations are too strict, or are they there to trip you up?
I don't know, but there's another story with my fourth bike, which is a electric bike. It started its life as an Energica SS9 Plus RS. But
You
I
just said
wanted
he
to,
started life as a washing machine. Is that true?
no, no. The brand the brand is Energica, and the model is a SS9 Plus RS. That's the full title, which is a street.
Give me an idea
Let me
between the
finish my
different.
story before you ask all your
Sorry.
questions.
We're so anxious to know because
We want to know
well,
about
I mean,
electric.
I want to
versus
know how much
petrol.
oomph it's got and
Yeah.
how it gets to 100 kilometers, how quick and
Tell
Well,
us what the differences are.
from the factory, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is 2.6 seconds, and it has 200 newton meters on the rear tire.
Right. So, for the uninitiated,
It's-
Newton meters, that's torque, yeah?
yeah. But if I'm more
Yeah.
interested, basically 0 to 60 just under 3 seconds. That's miles per
yeah,
hour.
Yeah,
2.6.
miles per hour, yeah.
That's about
I mean,
that's about the acceleration you get in a Formula One car.
tell me what that feels like when you really open up the. I can't say the throttle, can I?
Yeah, it's got throttle.
Is
Yeah.
It's actually a potentiometer, but
When you open up
we know
that
what you mean.
potentiometer.
The accelerator.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. We'll buy that one.
To be honest, the first time I opened it up on a straight road, I thought the bike would leave with my arms and me behind. So
Yeah.
ripping my arms out of my sockets. But it's bloody fast.
So is it like a wild beast?
No.
No.
Is it fairly smooth acceleration, or is it just like? Poof?
It just doesn't stop.
Right. So it's
No
when,
brakes.
yeah.
when you go in your car or in any ice machine, you have to shift gears. So you accelerate, there's a brake, and you accelerate, there's a brake, and you don't have that with an EV. It goes and it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes until the top speed. There's no change.
At what point do you get really scared?
Is that when the sick comes out?
Yeah.
Ask me when I reach that point.
Oh.
Whoa.
See, with me, it'd be about what? 30, 35.
Well, I had
Get a little bit sick in the corner. Oh.
you have to remember, I grew up in Germany, and everything I owned, I drove to the maximum speed that vehicle could do.
Yeah.
So I drove my Kawasaki GTR 1000 on German highways with a full bonnet, or what you call it, the front thing around, at 260, 270 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
No.
I drove a Jaguar about that speed. 260. Yeah. And you get to the point where you can't take your eyes off the road, because if you do, you're going to die.
Well, basically, yeah.
Yeah. It was like
To be
that.
honest, when you're driving, you never should take your eyes off the road.
Well, I'm one of those like, oh, look at that.
in
There's a sail.
That squirrel up there.
Look at that
Lovely.
squirrel. Yeah. But it was like
So
concentration.
change your name, not Scooby, not Happy Feet, but Scooby Doo. There's a squirrel.
So how long have you had a love for speed?
Well, no, it's just something I grew up with. I know, when you grow up in Germany on highways where there is absolutely no speed limit, the only limit you have is the speed your vehicle can go. It's normal.
I quite like that.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
an open-ended thing, isn't
It's
it?
like
freedom.
Yeah, it's freedom, isn't it?
I can see how that would work with a bike, because bikes are all about that freedom thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
The open road and just get out there, and
Yeah.
I can understand that. I really can.
It's just
before we
that
go,
nowadays the highways are too crowded.
well,
And
Yeah.
too many people that how do I put it nicely? They don't know how mirrors work, and they don't know what those indicators are for.
Ah, bloody youngsters, eh? Don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah.
Damn,
It's not an age thing.
In your day, it was different, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, the highway.
That link I've put up there at the bottom. If anybody wants to come on and talk bikes, please do. It's there. I'm sure you're all out there. I've got heaps of comments coming all of a sudden. Just bear with me, Matty. I'm just going to quickly go through them so that I don't pile up too much. We've got our man Eric, who is with us.
Yeah, Eric the Red. Is this Eric the Red?
Eric the Red.
Eric the Red wine drinker.
Down there in Lisbon.
Yeah.
I don't know whether motorbikes are his thing, so he's dropped back and let everybody else.
He's decelerated.
He's decelerated. Throttled back a bit.
He's throttled back.
But he is listening.
Changed down.
He is listening out there, and it's a very pleasant 25 degrees in the capital of Lisbon, and it's good lady.
Which is a good temperature, I think.
It's nice.
That's about.
It's
right.
not that in this room at the moment. It's cooking in here at the moment. And Pat, his dear wife there, is along with him. Now, a friend of mine, Joe Johnson, who is a bike owner, she kind of put me onto a few people who I've asked to come along here tonight. So thank you, Joe, for your help. I don't know what bike she's got. She did tell me once, but husband Joe, the COC, the Certificate of Conformity.
Yes.
Which is, I know that because I've had trouble with,
doesn't it? Yeah.
I've had trouble with that myself.
Tell us your story.
Let me go through the comments first.
Okay.
Exhaust testing is expensive, 150 euros. Did you have to pay that much, Matty, for your
No, I think I paid about 200.
Oof. Wow. I want the whole bloody engine replaced from that.
I'd like a whole engine for that.
Arvo, Eric, and
I'm
Pat.
not tight. What?
Always lovely to hear Matty say 2 letters SS.
What is that? Is that Pete?
It's Pete. It's
Pete.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly on.
Lee's with us. Good evening, Lee.
Good evening, Lee.
Good evening, Lee.
Nice to see you, mate.
And
what's this? Ha! Solar Life Portugal from Eric J.
It's rather over dramatic.
Sorry, I was trying to put a few sound effects in.
Now you see, Pete, he's always saying that electrics are always the best.
Yeah.
Does anyone knows who's travelling?
Does anybody knows a good washing machine?
Good washing machine.
Yeah.
Well, I think there are pros and cons from both, isn't there? I mean, otherwise,
sit on the fence. Why don't?
Otherwise, Matty would have had a complete electric fleet, wasn't he?
He would, yeah.
As Matty knows, cars, chairs, etc. Pete's really whacking the comments in.
It really is, isn't it?
The highways are great around here, Matty. The main issues are the Matavelhos and drivers like Lovely Gary, who struggles to keep up with heavy agricultural machinery.
The highways are great, but there is an official speed limit. And if you go above that, you can get fined. And that's why the German highways are even better when they're in worse condition, because there's no speed limit on a lot of highways.
But Matty, can I ask you a question? I mean,
of course.
This is one of the things I really quite love about Portugal is that, I mean, the phrase "the open road" I think rings true here, because there are roads where it's a bit like Spain, where there's no cars on them, and you can really sort of open up a little bit on when you're in your quiet moments.
When you say open road. When you say open road, I rather think about a road that has holes in it.
Yes,
which I don't like.
Yeah. There are a few. There are a few
very big holes in Portuguese roads.
Let's be honest, some of the roads are marvelous.
Yes,
I think.
Yes,
and if you want to go back a few years into the 1950s and figure out what the open road was like, you've still got that experience here.
And there are some great roads. I mean, as a scenery, the one which I went down the other day, 238 from Oleiros over towards Castelo Branco. That is just a fabulous road. It's just a breathtakingly beautiful road. It's a bit twisty.
Yeah, Matty, what's your favourite road in Portugal that you would advise people to say, look, this is phenomenal?
Depends. One, what you are looking for, and two, what you are driving.
That's a good answer. So if we were looking at a scenic experience.
In a car, I assume.
Well, on a bike. We're talking bikes tonight,
Well, on a bike, I can tell you any off-roads or... not off-road, but any road that's not a main road around here is great. It's small, it's bendy, and not a lot of traffic.
So give me an idea then. Paint the picture for me. You're off-road, you're driving,
he's got
you're
both.
riding.
He's got road bikes and off-road bikes.
Yes, right. But I mean, your favourite sort of experience. Tell me what you're seeing. Tell me what you're smelling. Tell me what you're experiencing. I know this is a difficult question for you.
When I'm riding a motorcycle, and I'm not talking off-road per se, but when I'm on tarmac, but on a off-road, off the main road, I enjoy bendy roads where you can corner nicely, and also when you have a nice view. And since I'm not that far away from the Sierra Estrella, any road that goes uphill has a great view at some point and is bendy as hell.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I mean, with the Serra Estrella, what kind of landscape are we looking at here? Describe the landscape to me. Somebody that's never experienced it.
Right. When you go up the Sierra Estrella, you have first on the lower altitude you have trees, olives, cork oaks. Of course, there are also some what you call it? Not eucalyptus. Eucalyptus and pine trees and stuff like that. And the higher you go, the more granite you see and the less trees you see.
So it gets quite mountainous.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Sierra Estrella is the highest mountain on the mainland Portugal.
So your kind of favorite time for taking a ride, is it like at dawn, at dusk? When do you
midday,
get the full?
Could be midday.
It could be midday, but it's hot, yeah.
Well, if you're too hot on the bike, you're not driving fast enough.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Well, it's Henry Bromwich. I like that.
I like that, RJ.
Very lovely,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
very nice. I like that.
But on a bike, I prefer nowadays non-raining periods of the day.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I can ride in the wet, and I've done that plenty in the Netherlands. I don't need to do it anymore. So I prefer a dry road and nice blue sky, and the temperature in the 20s, in the low 20s is great. But if it's in the low 30s, I still drive. It's just that I need to stop more to be hydrated. That's all.
So when you're in the height of summer and high temperatures, I mean, sometimes, recently we've been talking over 40, 42, something like that. What kind of like precautions, what kind of driving techniques do you have to employ at those sort of temperatures?
Well, first of all, I never drive my motorcycles without protective gear. That includes the helmet, gloves, body armor or jacket, motorcycle pants, and motorcycle boots. I never drive without them. But I do have, instead of my motorcycle jacket for the winter, I have what is called the body armor you have for motocross, which is basically a mesh with the protection at the right spots, like your shoulders, your breast, your chest, your back, your elbows, and I wear that and a t-shirt under that, and that's fine. It's basically just like riding with a t-shirt, which is great. And gloves and the pants, because in my opinion, I rather buy 10 pairs of trousers than have 10 skin transplants.
Well, that is kind of wise thinking, really, really wise thinking.
So go on.
I just wondered, in this sort of weather, I mean, I don't own a bike. I've had scooters and stuff, but never a big bike. Does this weather that we've had, sort of the really hot weather, does that change the handling of the bike any? The roads, are they very different? Do they grip more? Do they more slippery?
No. On the straight, there is no difference. What you need to pay attention is the bends. If it's that dry, it could be dusty, and if you go too fast or you lean too much and you hit a dust patch or a sand patch, you lose grip and you fall.
You've gone.
What we're alluding to here, Matty, I think, is that we're coming to the time when you've had a big dry period and then you get a little bit of rain, right? I don't know whether and you get that kind of grease on the road.
You see the foam come out the tarmac.
That really gets
but it's still on a motorcycle. The straight is usually not the issue. It's the bends where you need to pay attention and really look in front of you. evaluate how the band is looking. Is there fallen leaves? Is there dust? Is there dirt? Or is it clean? How does the tarmac look? Are there patches of tarmac which might be soft from the sun? It's all of that. It's just automated. I'm driving motorcycles since I'm 16. For me, it's second to nature.
But it's a great way, isn't it? I mean, to think of all those properties that you have to go through, the thought process. I mean, you can concentrate so much on just the journey, and the bends and how to accelerate and how to decelerate. And like you're saying, the soft tarmac, it's quite absorbing. How absorbed do you get when you're on a trip here in Portugal?
Not at all. It's relaxing.
Really?
For me.
So it comes naturally to you.
I've been doing it so long, and yes, the conditions are different, but in my opinion, the attention, the focus you need to have, the scanning of the area is the same wherever you drive. It's just that instead of ice, you might have dirt in a bend.
I know it's kind of loose surface, which is just as treacherous as something wet.
Of course. But like I said, it's no different because you have to scan the road ahead anyway. You have to check for cars or other traffic on the road that might behave differently. Or, for instance, I always assume they don't see me. They don't know that I'm here. Yeah. So if I pass somebody, I assume that he will take a left turn right when I'm next to him.
So it's been aware of the possibilities. But tell me, what drew you to Portugal as a motorcycling destination? Was there anything that kind of spoke to you?
Well, the landscape, of course, and the bendy roads, plus every road that has no tarmac is an off-road where you can actually drive.
Mm-hmm. When you say the bendy roads, tell me about what kind of a experience you need and what kind of kind of feeling it gives to you, because I know there's a lot of hairpins here in Portugal. There's a lot of roads
the thing is you can drive any road with any skill level. You just need to drive at your skill level.
Right. Okay.
And you can drive any road like a MotoGP driver. If you're not a MotoGP driver, probably the second bend you're on your off the bike because you overestimated your skill.
Mm-hmm. Now, just a message to people out there who are in the comments. Tell us about the bikes that you're driving, and maybe we could just have a little chat about those. And I've just noticed on my screen other guest has popped up, so I'm going to bring him on. Carlos. Say welcome to Carlos.
Hello. How are you?
Welcome. How you doing, sir?
Fine, and you? Hi,
now you see, I recognise your face. I've seen you around.
Wait. Yeah. I'm gonna pick mine up. 1 second.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening, Carlos. How are you, sir?
I'm directly from our motorcycle club here in Maçãs, Dona Maria. It's a great pleasure to participate in your live streaming, and with your guests, of course. It's always
a great club as well. I've been there
to participate in your streaming. Okay.
That's great. It's great to have you, my friend. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to have a few questions along the way. Hopefully, you can help us answer them. And I've written down a few sort of questions to ask. I mean, both of us are not bike owners.
We're more car guys.
Yeah. But I have had scooters and stuff in the past, and I've enjoyed driving. It's a very lovely way to travel. It's very unique. And I understand probably with a bigger bike, it's more so, if you know what I mean. So it's very exciting. I have to put my glasses on because I'm very blind close up.
Okay. Carlos, let me ask you one sort of burning question for me. Tell me what you feel Portugal offers motorcyclists. Tell me
what it is.
Why come to Portugal and ride a motorcycle?
Portugal, is not a big country, but we have a lot of fantastic places to visit, a lot of fantastic roads to use the bike. We have good weather practically all time, all year, and we have a lot of motorcycle enthusiasts. Normally at weekend or where they can goes and give us all that feelings they catch, all the big things they think is important to visit, big places, fantastic places, mountains, rivers. Okay, we have lots of different experience you can have. You can also drive in 1 hour, practically 1 hour. You can come practically from Spain to the coast, to the beach. And you imagine
1 hour?
1 hour, yes.
Is that legal speed?
I hope 1 hour. I hope 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. But I hope
Maybe in the Algarve, but
no, maybe Algarve. But if you take IC8 to IC8,
yeah, but it takes me 2.5 hours from my home in Lourdes de Campo to go to Nasserim.
I'll just
Okay,
add a note
okay.
here, right? This is all done legally under the speed limits. Okay,
Okay,
officer?
okay. I'm gonna change, not 1 hour to 2 hours and a half. Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay, Matthias, understand what I'm telling. The country have very good roads, very good mountains, lot of curves. You always find the
I'm
secondary
sorry.
road. Yes.
I have to leave. We close up the camping terrain, which is where we have our concentration this weekend.
Matthias,
So I need
can I send a message to Matthias, please?
yes.
Matthias, we go to the Serra da Estrela next Sunday, and
I
we
know.
go lunch. We go lunch at 2 o'clock in Dominguizo. We go there to lunch.
I talked to Mario. He told me.
We gonna.
But
You
I
want to
don't think
go?
I'm going to the headquarters. I think there are people there, and I will join back. Give me a second.
I see.
And
I see you.
Okay.
and about Sunday, we have the concentration until Sunday, so I'm not sure the headquarters will be open.
Okay. If it is open,
So
send us a message. We go there to visit her.
I'll be back in 10 minutes or so.
Okay, you get some reinforcements, Matty.
Yeah.
Okay. See you.
Right, so that leaves us with you for a bit. So now I always have got this question because we're both car owners, and I said we've had limited bike experience. So why a motorbike? Why a motorbike as opposed to a car? What is the difference? I know it's a stupid question.
In Portugal.
In Portugal,
In Portugal,
right?
But I think Portugal, of course, have different conditions from other countries in the north of Europe, because in Europe you have a lot of rain and snow, and it's different. We have practically 9 months, 8-9 months in good conditions to drive motorcycles, and that situation allows us to use more time and feel and enjoy much more time than the rest of Europe, practically. Okay, and we also have good conditions to drive. The roads are good. Normally, we find good roads, and we find secure roads, and you can enjoy and catch every moment you do. The experience to drive a motorcycle, of course, is very different from a car, because you feel the wind, you feel the smell of the trees, and you enjoy different moments, of course, than in the car. In the car, of course, you have, if you go not driving, but you as a passenger, you see also what we are seeing, but you don't feel. It's practically when you touch the floor, the sand is the same. You in the car you see the sand, but when you are driving a motorcycle, is like you are touching the sand. It's different. Okay, you touch the wind, the smells. You even your movements in the bike. When you see people, you salute the people. You have very good moments. The people have a good feeling about most of the time with the motorcycles. Okay,
It's more emotional. You're getting the aromas, like the eucalyptus, the pine, the oak, the fields, the flowers. You're getting the wind on your face, the sun on your skin. You're more of a kind of like at one with nature. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
You are more connected. You
You're
are more
more
part of the
connected.
machine.
Yes.
You're part of the scenery.
You are in the same. You make part. You are part of that ambient, of that condition. Okay, even if it is raining or not, if it is only sun or you have wind, it's cold or hot. The sensation is always the same. You are enjoying the moment. You are driving, and you decide what type of motorcycle you want to be. Okay, you can be more aggressive, enthusiastic. You can go. Okay, we decide to go faster because some of us have different types of motorcycles. We can do it, but we have also the journeys like Serra da Estrela with 25, 30 motorcycles, bikers together, and we go together and we enjoy all the passages we have. We stop to drink, to eat, to connect with another bikers we gonna found, and we found during the journey. And then we have always a good lunch with our friends. Sometimes people from other motorcycle clubs join with us and go with us also. And normally it's a fantastic day we catch when we decide to do something like this.
Now, I have some questions about this that you're mentioning here, just a little bit later on, which you can maybe give me a bit more detail on. Just going to give you a few messages that have come in. Ty Johnson, I think he's one of your members.
Yes, our members. Hi, Ty. How are you? I don't know.
I think you might know his wife. She thinks it's the freedom of the open road.
Yes,
the freedom of the open road. Now tell me about, like, we were talking with Matty about routes that you must drive in Portugal. If you come to Portugal, right, give me a piece of road that you must not miss that while you're here.
I think you have the 222 between Porto and practically Spain. You go practically all the time close to the Douro River. The 222 roads is one of the best for me. And you have, of course, the National 2. The National 2 is the secondary road, principal road in Portugal, and it goes starts in Chaves and stops in Faro.
So it's straight down the country, north-south.
Is that the IC2?
Yeah.
The National 2 is the most the road where everyone wants to go. Okay.
This is what they called the Route 66 of Portugal.
Yes, it's not with the same dimension, of course, but and the same meaning. But for us, Portuguese people, and once people came outside, if they ask us one journey we want to do in 2 or 3 or 4 days, you need to do the National 2. The National 2, you can feel all the country. Portuguese country, because you are in the north, you pass in the center and go to the south, and you have all the views you want to do, and the road is fantastic.
Okay, so when you look at the motorcycling community, the people involved in clubs and motorcyclists, describe to me what the scene is like here in Portugal and what the attraction is for you.
For me, of course, I have probably different opinions from many people, because I'm leader of this group since the beginning. We made in last April 8 years, and for us it's a great conquest, because we have this group with more than 300 members. Of course, we have more than 30% outside of the country. We have close to 20% of English and people from other countries came to Portugal to live here in our region, and of course we have many members also who are children from our oldest members. And Motorcycle Club in Portugal starts many years ago because we have, for instance, far more than 40 years. Okay, we have some of them with decades running for every place in this world. Each club have their meaning, their conditions to work, their conditions with the members. The relation with another motorcycle clubs is important because we are not in the same way normally when we think about the motorcycle clubs in US, for instance.
That is a very good point, because I was going to ask you, right, the motorbike clubs, gangs as they call them in
Yes.
the US and Britain. I mean, we may be talking about Hell's Angels or the Outlaws, are very, very different to the clubs
Yes.
that they have in Portugal.
We honestly, we don't have nothing against every motorcycle club decides to be where they want to be, and each one have their rules, they have their principles, they have their situations they need to manage and to treat. Of course, for us, we are simple people living in a small village, and we enjoy to be together, to eat, to drink, and to drive. We don't care if it is a 50 centimeters cubic centimeters bike or
Yes.
a 1,000 centimeters bike. For us, a bike is a bike. We don't choose friends,
That's what
even members.
I've noticed this bit.
Feeling what bike they have. No,
I've been to one of the events. I don't know whether it was one of yours or Matty's when he was here, but I don't even own a bike. Right, but I went there just to have a look and join some of the guys, look at the bikes, and I was most welcome. They made me feel part of the crew, very friendly. We drank, we ate, we listened to music, and that's what it's about. It's just going to a place together, enjoying something, having a few beers, something good to eat, and some good music. Yes. And I mean, you've got all the ingredients there for a great evening.
I think that is enough when we think what we need. We need to be with the friends, eat, drink, drive, and listen music. And next day we remember, oh, yesterday it was fantastic because we have a good group. We enjoy a lot. And for us, it's the most happiest moment we can have. Okay.
So Carlos, can I ask you a question about estrangeiros, foreigners? Yeah.
Yes.
What's your kind of attitude to foreigners wanting to join in and take part?
That depends on the individual.
No, sometimes for us it's most difficult to understand and I assume that because we have our habits, we have our way to live and think the situations. Of course, when we have a lot of members and friends came from England, Netherlands.
So
I've lost him.
we lost him.
I've lost him. He'll be back. He'll be back in a minute.
So, Matty, what kind of experience as a foreigner have you had?
Well, I have to tell you, it's hard for me to hear you. It's very noisy in our headquarters at the moment. But I've been a member of 2 different motorcycle clubs in Portugal. The first one I was member of was in Pombal, the Grupo Motar Marques de Pombal. And now I'm a member of the Motoclub Os Trincas Cerejas. And in both cases, it's the love for riding motorcycles that connects, and you're basically part of the family almost instantly. What I meant with it depends on the individual is if you have an attitude like I'm the best of everything and you must be happy to have me, then probably you won't be accepted and you make it difficult for yourself. But if you're humble and ask what to do and how to do it and adapt, then you're almost everywhere welcome. And to my surprise, growing up in Germany and living in the Netherlands for 20 years, in those countries, motorcycle clubs don't have the best name in general, and people usually think about motorcycle clubs like what you hear, all the bad things you hear about Hell's Angels and clubs like that. In Portugal, I haven't met that.
Yeah.
In Portugal, it's really normal that your club has a party, a fest, or anniversary or anything, and there are 20, 30, 40, 50 different clubs or members of different clubs that come to celebrate, have a beer, have something to eat, have a chat over roads, over bikes, over girls, over men, over whatever,
Yeah.
and just have a good time, have music, dance, whatever.
Yes,
Okay,
that's exactly what we feel, and I'm happy when Matthias are telling that, because it's exactly what we feel. When they arrive at here, they feel exactly Matthias are telling. It's different. The people are nice. You are always welcome, and we are not so aggressive with the rules like other countries. Okay, we don't want that. We want the people happy, the people enjoying everything. We are proud to have the name of our small village in the group. When we feel that, like the most important thing, because when we go with a jacket dressed, we are representing not only the group, we are representing our village, our small village, many times, our friends, our family, our principles. And for us it's very important when people like Matthias and other friends we have think exactly with what we want. It is that nice moments we can have together every time in every place. For us, is that the most important thing? Okay.
So Carlos, I've been struck many times by various motorcycle clubs that do events for charity. Yeah.
Yes.
Is there anything that your club does or that you know of with other clubs? Can you describe to me the kind of things that are done in the name of charity here in Portugal?
What I have done with a club in Pombal was a Santa Claus ride where we collected toys, shoes, clothes for a home for what you call it when a kid has no parents. There's a word for it. I just lost.
Orphans.
And we rode as a group, dressed in red like Santa, and delivered the presents to the shelter. And that was always nice. In advance, we had contact with the director of the institute to ask what would be useful for them. And you just saw another thing here with motorcycle clubs. There are always kids around. It's not just the older man dressed in leather and drinking beer. It's a family thing. There are spouses, there are girls driving motorcycles, and the kids are just as a part of the family as well.
So I have a question. Say, for example, I was on holiday. I came on a touring holiday to Portugal, and I wanted to go to one of your meetings, one of your events. Would I be welcome? If
Sure.
Would I be welcome? Would that
Is
be
this
okay?
the Carlos?
Of course, you are always welcome. Always.
So, if anybody wants to sort of find out about your groups, who is not obviously in the country, where would they look to find you? You've got a Facebook group, obviously.
Practically all the groups have Facebook pages, Instagram pages, and you can find, if you put motorcycles or put motorcycle groups. Okay.
It's gone again.
It's not easy. Easy to find motorcycle clubs every place, everywhere in Portugal. Okay. If you want to go there, I think no one deny your entry there. Okay, because they want to know you, they want to show you the job they are done, the ambience they have there. To when you go out, you can tell your friends, your family, it's a nice place to go. We find there nice people. It's a nice place to visit and to eat or to drink, to listen music, to go one of these days. Okay, that's why. If you allowed me, I then listen, Matthias, about the charity. We also do here in our motorcycle club. In also in Christmas, we prepare some gifts for the old people places where they many times are not with the family all the year, and we go there to visit that type of institutions, even for people with some difficult with
Handicap.
problems, money problems, with without family, and we go to visit them and we give gifts. We collect. Sometimes we ask. You are trying to. You want to buy something. Something to is important to have in your institution, and if it is important to give a wheelchair, we buy a wheelchair and give. If it's important to have clothes or shoes or something like that, we offer. And we always try to go, not to show anyone we go there. It's not that is not the meaning. The meaning is to go there and be with the people, create new moments with that people. Many times don't have any visits during so many months. Okay, and it's the opportunity to show some respect, some feeling, good feelings to that people, and encourage that people to think tomorrow is another day, and maybe it's a better day after we came here. Okay, because we create good moments, and normally we receive more than we give, because
Yeah.
once we came out and when we are coming to our houses, many times we are driving the bikes and we are thinking about the situation we found there, and that people normally is so nice to us, is so sympathetic to us. For us it's difficult to understand how that things happen many times, and for
Well,
us it's always fantastic. We feel our heart full of sympathy, even the children or the old people, every place we go is
tell,
always one
tell me
of the
about
best
some of those
moments.
special moments. Tell me about like those moments when they've really touched your heart and you think, yeah, it's really worthwhile doing this. Paint a picture for me.
Sometimes it's difficult for us to not cry,
Ah,
Yeah.
because sometimes when we arrive and we start enjoying the moment with the people, some of those people ask us for a hug, to a kiss, to stay and sit and have a little conversation with about something else they want. Sometimes they want to most sometimes with the youngest wants to sit on the bike and accelerate a little
just play a little.
to feel the bike, the sounds. One day I remember we go to Ferreira do Zezer and participate in the charity moment with the young people, children without parents, live in the institution, and we make like a tuk-tuk motar. We are more than that time more than 20-25 bikers there, and we are driving the bikes with the kids and go around the village of Ferreira do Zezer, and when we stop, that guy goes out and another one came, and we I think was 1 hour and a half doing that with all the children. But the moment it was so happy for them, and it's we I remember that every time we go there.
So you're
And
giving them rides, yeah, showing them an experience of what a motorcycle's like, and
yes,
also the friendliness and the feeling of community and the emotional connection between, you and the kids.
yes, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Uh,
Um,
they they don't want we stop. They want to. We need to go more. We want more. Okay, but then we change the children, change the bikes to have different experience, of course.
Yeah.
But it's one of the best moments we can have. It's also is in that time when we are there. It's impossible to keep the tears.
I have a couple of questions here.
It's incredible. It's a fantastic experience.
Some things to ask here, right? What you see scrolling along the bottom, I don't know whether you can see it on your phone, Carlos, is our Facebook group. Yeah, can you see this address going along the bottom here? Right.
Yes.
If you guys want to publicize anything you are doing, any events or anything you want to advertise, please put it on there. By all means, share it with everybody there, because that is my little group that backs this program up. So we'd like to hear about your events. We'd like to hear who you are, what you're about. I've got a question for you from Eric. It says, Carlos, can you show us your club logo and explain what it represents? Which is that one behind you, obviously.
That on the back.
Yes.
Is our club logo. The logo have, of course, the bike on the center. We don't choose the bike. It was that because we when we saw that design, we like it. We have the colors of our village. The blue and the yellow are the colors of our village, and on the top you have the castle, because 500 years ago we are a council, okay, not a small village. We are the principal here, and we have 6 villages belong to us, our council, okay. But then was a big changing in Portugal. The king decided to give some lands to some people, and we lost the council, okay. But we keep that image of the castle, even the name Maçãs de Dona Maria, apples of Dona Maria in English. The apples is because Dona Maria, it was one wife of the king, and one of the ladies the king have, and they give a lot of lands here. And then they produce a lot of apples, and the name apples, Maçãs de Dona Maria, apples of Dona Maria, it was because the apples of Dona Maria are very good, and the name starts keeping and goes.
It's a great name.
Okay. Our logo represents our identity as a village, starts as a council, as a village. When you see the colors we have, and we have the name Grupo Motard, not Motorcycle Club. We decided to have a Grupo Motard because when you put Motorcycle Club, is the name is more rigid. You understand? When you think Motorcycle Club, is different when you listen Group Motors.
Group is more wider.
It's light, is not so heavy in the terms, and is more closer to the people. Okay, not so restricted in the rules or even in the people of members there.
I'm just going to ask Matty if he's got his logo. Can we see your logo, Matty, for your club? Do you have it?
Wait, logo. Wait. we have this one. There you go.
A bright, flashy one, isn't it? That one.
And tell us what it says.
It's only saying Motorclub Ostrinka Cerejas with a motorcycle and Fundau.
Right, Cereja, cherries, yeah,
cherries.
Yeah, it's the pit of the cherry.
Yeah.
Cherry stones.
And we have it as well. And above the bar is another one.
Wow.
And do you guys know each other's clubs? Have you ever met? Do you ever get together?
Yes, I can show you our club also.
Oh, we're having a club off.
Our bar, okay. we are in the principal principal room, okay, the bar, and then we have another rooms where we have live music, and we have the games like snooker or things like that, okay.
Oh wow!
But everything we have here, it was done by ourselves, okay.
Wow.
Excellent.
Well done.
Ourselves,
That's
yes.
brilliant. That is fantastic.
We spend a lot of months here working. I think in Trinca Cereja it was the same. Normally, every motorcycle clubs do by themselves.
But it's worth it. It's worth it.
Absolutely.
Do you have any live music? Any performers?
I think they do.
Normally, between October and April, we have every month we have 1, 2, or 3 times live music. Okay, inside the bar at Saturdays. Once we start with the concentrations, the events of the motorcycle clubs, we need to be outside because we go to visit their motorcycle clubs, the friends' motorcycle clubs, always new ones. Each year we decide to visit new ones, places we never have been. And the idea is to tell the people we are expecting you to visit us one of these days. For instance, now we are preparing the 4th concentration in 1, 2, and 3 of August this year.
Can I have permission? I'm just going to have a look at your Facebook group, some photos. Can I share some just to talk through?
Yes. You can.
There's some very interesting photos.
There are some very colourful.
Yeah, I think the viewers are going to love these.
I think, hold your breath, people. I'm just going to try and put these on so you can see what's happening here. Right,
yes.
let me
Let's
just
choose a few.
Let's choose
some of them are really.
I mean, obviously, there's.
How can we say?
What can we say about these? I mean, there was a few. Now let's not go there just yet.
Just yet. Let's start off with an.
I mean, this guy here, right?
Yes.
This guy here. Who is he? I mean, he's not a young man, is he?
No. We have many people.
Oh, my bag is hot.
So good age range of people.
Yes, we have a lot of people with different ages, and people. We have people living in Lisbon and Porto. They only came here.
They do travel quite a way.
That's a distance.
And they came here 1 or 2 times a year. Okay, but once they came here, they catch every moment is possible to be with us. Okay, it's always important there.
So we've got some singers here as well.
Yes, because it was image of our 3rd concentration in 2024. Okay. It was some pictures of that. Okay.
And obviously
you are seeing on the middle. On the middle, you have this green bike on the middle.
One?
Yes, this one. You can expose the. Yes, that is my motorcycle. Is me driving that motorcycle. Okay.
This is you out on the road doing what you do best.
That is my one of 2
machine.
I have two bikes. This is the ZX10R Kawasaki, the 30th anniversary motorcycle. Okay.
Obviously, this is the group by the looks of it.
Let's have a look at this. I mean, there's a fair few people there. What is it, about 30, 40 people there?
Yes, it was on the 2nd day. We go driving in the morning with some people from outside, don't know the region, and we catch the people are in the camping, and we go and show our region to that people. Okay. Normally in the big event we have, on the Saturday morning, before the lunch, between the breakfast and lunch, we go to visit our region to show some places they don't know, because some of that people came from Lisbon, Porto, Algarve, okay, and many times are the first time here, okay, and then we have that moment to show some beautiful place we have here, and of course they enjoy it a lot. We call that the tuk-tuk motar. We do it at Motar, yes, tuk-tuk motar, yes. We have members, me and other members, and we catch people to go to different places.
I know where that is. I know where this is. That's down by the Forest Alge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Which is a beautiful, beautiful place.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
You know that.
fantastic road to go.
Yeah.
We
But
fish there. We go
Yeah.
fishing
By
there.
the Cesare, yeah.
Yeah. Now then, I'm going to have to ask you this because it kind of no, I can't go there.
No, we got to. Come on.
No,
Paint the-
that's I'm going to find something. No, that's still too much.
No, it isn't.
I mean, this sort of
Paint the picture.
what's going on here? I
Yeah.
mean, what's all this about?
it's the wash show, the bike show.
Okay.
In the afternoon, for instance, this year we're gonna have in the 2 of August in the afternoon, we're gonna have a car show when we are some guys with cars doing some crazy things. Okay, then we have music. After that, we have the bike show. The bike show with ladies and guys.
Well, I was going to say, from some of these pictures, you look like you're going to have a really, really interesting time.
Yes, fantastic time. Then after that, we have again music. The dinner. After dinner, we have a show with motorcycles. We have a freestyle moment. Normally 1 hour freestyle, motorcycle freestyle, and then we have another band playing, and in the middle of the band we have striptease. We don't call striptease. We have
striptease.
Yes.
I think we might have a. Oh, look at this!
It was the last year. It was fantastic. Okay.
I mean, it's a lot. Looks like a lot of fun.
It does. I mean, it looks action-packed adventure to me.
You imagine in the second day, the Saturday, we can, if you are here, you can enjoy between the 8:30 in the morning to the 5 o'clock of the next morning. Okay, you don't stop. You have always something to do, always something to watch, something to enjoy, something. You are always something happening. Okay.
I always think that's a great thing about a great quality of the Portuguese. They know how to party.
They sure do.
They know how to have a good time. They know how to relax. They know how to be with one another and be happy.
Yes.
Christmas stuff.
Yeah, Christmas.
Yes, because it was the last Christmas. We go to visit the biggest Christmas Santa Claus Christmas exposition with more than Santa Claus, more than 10,000.
Yeah,
10, small image. Okay,
yeah.
It was in Alveazre, and Alveazre is owner now of the biggest exposition of Santa Claus. Okay.
So tell me something. Your life involved in clubs and around motorcycles. What does it mean to you here in Portugal? If you could put it in a sentence, what's it all about for you?
Sorry, I didn't understand. I don't understand correctly.
Tell me how important it is and what your feelings are about being involved with a motorcycle club here in Portugal, and tell me how you would communicate that to foreign people looking at your club. Tell me the enjoyment that you get and the emotion that you get about being associated with a club like this.
Of course, we have different ways of thinking because our culture are different. But once you are together with us and you enjoying the moments, and you feel free to go every place, because that's the idea, is to go every place to connect with many new friends, to have new opportunities to visit another places, another village. And the people in Portugal normally are nice people. People enjoy to receive another people, to be together with another people. For instance, in here in Maçãs de Dona Maria, in our village, we have practically 100 English people, many of them involved in the folklore, in the motorcycle club, in the big parties. They help with the dinners. They help with the food. They help with the organization. Okay, we have a lot of people involved in many things. They even make some events. We're gonna have here in 12th of July an event with old fashion, old some things to sell, and all the money they earn is to give, for instance, this year to the fire
The
bombeiros, yes, in Alveaz, and they are perfectly connected with our way of living. It's incredible. If you make, for instance, a Fados night, if you have there 240 persons in the night, in the Fados dining, we have probably 1/3 British people, between 70-80% there. They enjoyed a lot our culture, and for us it's easier to be with them, because they can go everywhere, enjoy our music, our food, our drinks, our friendship, and it's easier. That's, I think, the principal thing for the people from another country is the easy way they can go to all the things we it's not so difficult to be with the people and to enjoy all the moments. And the motorcycle is part of that, because allows you to go to that moments with bike or not bike, because we are connected to other associations, and then it's easier to share everything in every place. Okay, that's the motorcycle have a big important moment. It's an important thing.
Okay, Matty,
I think you wanted to say something, mate.
I just want to say I need to leave. We're closing up the headquarters. We're done for today. And thank you for having me in the show.
Hey,
we have this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, our 15th concentration with live music, stunt show, a lot of food, free camping. I shared in the internal chat the link to our website and also to the concentration. If you want to share, be my guest.
Which one is this? I've got up at the moment,
because we're closing up, and also my battery is getting low.
Okay, Matty, there's that one.
And Carlos, send me a message privately about Sunday, and we talk about it.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you so much.
Have a good weekend. Enjoy your concentration.
I will definitely.
Focus.
Ciao.
Okay, bye.
Cheers, mate. Right, I'm just going to catch up with some comments because I got way behind.
Loads of comments.
Because I've been so into talking to you guys. So just let me back up all the way here. Joe Johnson said she loves the Christmas rides. Joe, he wants to do a charity ride for the many dog shelters this year.
Yes. Ty told me that we are decide to plan that with Ty. That's a different charity ride, but I think all the charity rides are important. We need to catch the right day or moment to do it, but with the help of Ty and with all our members and direction involved, I think we're gonna have a good day to show our capacity to share the moments and to give something to the.
I am trying to get one of the charities that I can never say this. Pegadas Pegois, the one of the local charities for the animal shelters. They may be on the program sooner or later, but the lady I want to speak to is in Holland at the moment. Hopefully we can get one of those on.
Yes.
Solar Life Portugal, Pete. Bikers in Portugal are just so lovely. They integrate so well into yet another strength of the Portuguese community. And they are. I have to say, bikers here are just a different class.
That was a nice one from Pete, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, from Pete, that is big praise. That is alto.
Alto recomendado.
Eric says, thank you, Carlos. Are you the founder of the club?
Yes. I'm not the number one member, because we decided to put the first members. We decide to give the number like with absolute letters. We started the A, B, C, and we decide we have 1 year to catch all the founder members. Okay, then we give the number by the first name they have. Okay, not by the first guy decide to do the club. Okay, for instance, I'm the number 35. Okay, in
So
many clubs, the first direction, normally the first president is the number one. Okay, but we decided not to do that because we are a founder like another one, and then we need to have something. It is nice to everyone. Everybody understands. Okay.
Yeah.
Why you are the number one, not me? Okay. We don't want that type of discussion.
You pass the crown on to somebody else.
It was easy to solve. Okay.
Yes.
We start with 140 and 114 found members at the beginning. Now we are the 313.
So it's growing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, we have a lot of them, and we have probably 20% don't have even bikes, but they want to pay. They want to help us paying to be together, to come to inside the club, to help in the parties, to help in the bar, to help. Sometimes every place is necessary to do it.
That is a very, very important point, Carlos, because it just goes to prove you don't necessarily have to own a bike to enjoy the club. You can be part of the club and really, really enjoy the experience. And that's what I was trying to present tonight, to show people that it's more than just motorbikes. It's a community thing.
It's a community, yes. And we decided, because I never was in the group. I drive motorcycles more than 30 years, but I never was in the group. Of course, we have small groups, but friends, 5 or 6 friends, and we enjoy together. We go to lunch, we go to a party or things like that with a bike, but we are not a motorcycle group. And we decided to start with this group. It was because in our region there is any village with a motorcycle club, and we have hundreds, but some I don't know, 30, 40, 50 bikers in the village. Every weekend, each one goes alone or with 2 or 3 friends to some places. And then some friends of mine decided and start to speak with me and convince me to start a group. And that it was. And first time we are 5 in the direction. And then we start doing everything with the papers, organize the things, start deciding, make some meetings to decide the name, decide the image, and design the logo of the group. Okay, at the beginning we have many things to do, but we always decide the things we need to do by the rules.
Okay,
we need to
do it together. You do it
together. We need, if it is necessary to pay taxes, we need gonna pay taxes. But that allows us to collect some money from the mayor, from the council, because once you start, this bar we have, these installations we have, it was on the old school. This old school don't have children more than 30 years, maybe 20, 30 years. It's abandoned building, okay? And the council decided to give us this place to have our home, to receive our members, our friends, to make our parties. But always they give money to make the rehabilitation of the building, but we do it by ourselves. 95%. Okay,
well, that's great. That is great, because they give you a little bit to do the building. You do the work, and that gives you a certain pride in that building. You know, it becomes something personal to you. So
personal
I understand that.
Us. Yes,
so
yes.
I just got a few more comments to go through, just because they're stacking up on me. So I'm going to keep going. Your fellow countryman Joel Minglages. Gary, if I can't breed, I chuck. Now I haven't got a clue what that means, but choke could be, but he is from Porto, so that could mean anything, couldn't it? Really?
What does that mean,
Eric?
We don't know.
Now I just got this. Have you ever heard of the Glovo Bike Club? They are the most annoying in the city. Aren't they the people that deliver the food?
The
You know,
Glovo
like
Bike
Just
Club.
Eat or whatever, and they always seem to try and run you over.
Yes, this is the Glovo Bike Clubs, only with the people delivering food.
Now then, then let's go with the Portuguese. Can you decipher that?
Isso
Da castanha
na contramão. What's contramão?
not in the right side. We are running against
It's different.
different way, opposites. Yeah.
So this are brown castagna.
Castanha is chestnuts.
Chestnuts, yeah.
Chestnuts, yeah. It's also a word for brown, isn't it? It's castagna. Isso the castagna, the chestnuts go
in opposite way.
It doesn't translate in English very well. What are we saying here?
Can you understand what he's trying to say? Can you make?
I'm not even for me. I'm not understanding, but okay.
I feel so good now. I feel great now.
I hope Milhas is forgive me, but I don't understand.
Especially in Porto, yeah.
There's a couple of links that Matty shared there. I'm not quite sure what they are. I think one is for the Facebook group for the club, and the other one might be for the event. But if you want to, if you're watching this on Catch Up, you can just type them off there and catch up. Let's come back with another one.
Eric J, and they can't drive for something
for
shift.
SH1T. Pete says Carlos is absolutely right. It's an awesome way to get involved in your community.
See, he's there again with a lovely comment,
he's
isn't he?
Singing tonight. Yeah. Oh, we got some more Portuguese.
Okay, maybe a person with here. Here is an organization to help the animals in Portugal. Yeah. Okay, maybe it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thanks, Milhas.
Another one from Ty Johnson. The motorcycle group are a big part of the community. It's a good way for foreigners to make friends and integrate a network.
I think that's
that is exactly what this channel is all about. Yeah. That's what it was made for.
Thanks, Ty. You have the right words and to tell the right words about the motorcycle club. Yes.
So castagna, a slang for multa, which is a fine. Yeah. It's slang for a fine.
Right. Okay. This obviously is northern Portuguese, isn't it?
Yeah.
Multa is when you drive faster than is allowed, and the police
it's like a fine. You get a multa is a charge.
Now, Eric, being ever observant, right, said another great show, guys. Terry, no fancy suit tonight, and drinking beer while doing the show.
Well, I've got to be honest, Eric. Wearing a suit in these conditions is quite hot.
Yes.
You know, and really, it's not a good sight.
No.
Mais quente.
Demasiado quente aqui. Suor.
I got another question, just because normally I try and do an hour. I never do an hour, right? Always goes over an hour.
Always goes over.
And this is a very important question, right? If you come to Portugal without a bike license and a strangeros coming to Portugal without the bike license, is there anywhere that you can learn to drive a bicycle where they will teach you in English? Do you know any instructors who can do English?
I'm not quite sure, but I think some of the schools they have now. Not in my time. In my time, not so many people speak English in Portugal. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But now I think some of the places have that possibility to someone teach you in English, but I think you need to learn Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think without that,
I've got a level of Portuguese. Yeah, I understand Portuguese. Yeah, but to be taught and communicate fluently might be a problem.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think the teachers can help you with that sometime, because normally now we have practically all the people speak English in Portugal. Okay, because people with my age and youngers, they speak English. Practically everybody speaks English because they listen music, they sing, they have lessons, many years with lessons, English lessons, and many they have they joined to listen and see videos on the internet, and they need to understand because many times without that they don't understand the things.
Yeah,
I think someone, and there is always someone can help you and teach you in English how to do the things, how to drive, how to use all the parts of the things. But I'm not quite sure about that. Okay, there is something I have to ask to a friend of mine. I have a driver's school in Alveias. Is always an opportunity to ask him if someone comes from outside and need to have lessons in English, if it is possible in their school. Okay,
well, even just some English, just a little bit of English, that would be good. So we'll leave that question out there. If anybody's listening can answer that question. Little side note from Ty Johnson.
Yeah,
with the car license in Portugal, you can ride 125cc motorbike without any additional testing. Now, yes. I could do that. I did have, before I left the UK, I bought a bike. It was a Honda 125 CBRS, which I was going to rebuild with my son, but never got round to it. And I had to sell it in the end. So that would have been nice, but maybe I would like to get on a bike again just to try it and see if I can try and kill myself, I suppose. But Joel's coming with another one. Understanding Portuguese is necessary
to take a driver's license here, but since there are Uber or TVDE drivers that don't
taxi drivers, aren't they?
Yeah, that don't speak a single word of Portuguese.
Well.
That is true.
But I think most people here, especially in this region, have a level of Portuguese we can speak. A get by level, I would call it.
Yes.
And maybe somebody who could speak a few words of English as well, you could just about kind of get through a lesson, so we could.
I think that's fun, trocas palavras sempre. Yeah, always trade words. Yes. Yeah, it's a good thing.
I like to call it Inglese.
Yeah.
Right, we have actually got to 1 hour and 26 minutes.
Yes, gentlemen.
Yes.
A lot more than 1 hour.
Yeah, a great show. Really interesting.
You've been
Carlos.
Star tonight.
Yeah. Thank you. You are. I hope we can receive you one of these days, and if you came here in the 1st of in 1-2 of August, this next August, we have the big event of our club here in our club, in our home. It is a big pleasure if you came here to be with us, and you can, if you want to make something live or even to have something direct to your streaming, it's possible to do. Okay, you can speak with our with the people. You can speak with and see the bands, see the shows. Okay, you only.
Yes.
If you want to come, you are welcome.
We do a bit of video.
Every now and then.
Yes, you are welcome as you wish. Once you pass here, if you want to visit our club, we have our contacts in Facebook page. You can send me a message or by phone, and it's always a pleasure to receive you. Okay.
Muito obrigado, senhor.
Muito obrigado.
Demasiado simpático. Muito obrigado.
Okay, thank you so much.
And stay in touch with the show. Be a friend of the show. Tell us about events. Keep in touch. Tell us news. Everything. We will put it out there for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much for joining us tonight.
It was a big pleasure for us. Okay.
Likewise, sir. Likewise.
Okay.
Likewise.
Thank you.
I'm just.
I don't know. Stand by.
Yeah. What I'm going to do now is just going to roll the credits and say thank you very much for coming. Yourself, your help as well, and everybody keep well and safe, especially when you're driving a motorbike.
Yes. Thank you so much. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.